In this video we look at 3 ways to add fixed assets in Xero. First we'll add a fixed asset from the bank reconciliation screen. Then we'll add a fixed asset from the fixed assets screen. And finally we'll import some fixed assets. What you see in this video can be done by anybody with a standard user permission, but to register fixed assets you'll need the advisor role, and we'll look at registering fixed assets in another video. Let's get started. You can create a new asset when you create a new transaction in Xero. This might be from the bank reconciliation screen when you categorize a payment, or it might be when you enter a new bill. Here we create a transaction from the bank reconciliation screen. There's a payment to PC Complete for $1,800. It's for a new computer. Enter the who, PC Complete. For the what, I'll allocate this to computer equipment. And make sure you give it a description. This is really important. If you add a description, Xero will create a draft fixed asset. But if you leave this empty, Xero won't create the draft, and you'll have to create it manually yourself. And I'll show you how to do that in the next section. When you click OK, Xero creates an account transaction in Xero and reconciles it to the bank statement line. Your balance sheet now includes this transaction. And Xero also creates a draft fixed asset. Here it is on the fixed asset screen. A second way to create an asset is a little more manual. Go to Accounting and Fixed Assets. Here you see tabs for draft and registered assets and any you've sold or disposed of. If you need to create a fixed asset and there's no payment to categorize it to in the bank reconciliation screen, then from this screen, click New Asset. To create a draft asset, all you need is a name. Xero gives it the next available asset number. You can now save this as draft below, but let's add a bit more information first. I'll enter a price. Some of the fields on this screen are optional, such as warranty expiry and serial number, but it's a handy place to record that information if you have it. Information such as asset type is needed when you register an asset, and book depreciation settings are needed when you run depreciation. For now, I'll save this as a draft fixed asset. Another way to add assets is to import them. This is particularly useful if you want to bring in your assets when you first start using Xero. Click the Overflow menu, those 3 dots, and Import. Here you can download a fixed asset import template. This makes things easier, so let's download it and take a look. There are lots of columns, but only the name and asset number columns are required, as indicated by the asterisks. Check the fixed assets already in Xero just to make sure you enter unique asset numbers. Xero won't import any assets with an asset number that's already in use. I'll add a purchase date and a price, and save this as a CSV file. Back on the import screen, select a date format. On my file, the dates have this day, month, year format. Browse to your file and click Next. Here are the assets imported as draft. If you've made any mistakes, you can delete your draft assets easily, but you'll need the advisor role to do this. Select them and delete. Or if you've entered an asset type, you can register them. See how to register fixed assets in Xero in this video. Thanks for watching.